as you can see right there, and it just got hit by another truck. It looks like perhaps these trucks right here are undercover cops. So right now, again, Sky 12 being very glitchy. This could be a very contentious situation right here because there could be some weapons drawn. We are on delay, so again, we will of course not show you any graphic video. But right now you can see that police officers have gotten out. There are a number of vehicles here, at least, and they have just, somebody looks like threw a smoke bomb from one of those undercover vehicles right there. We don't see the driver coming out just yet. The driver seems to be sandwiched in between what looks like that barricade separating the east and westbound lanes, along with another undercover cop. You can see some of those officers could possibly have their weapons drawn right there. You can see the vehicle behind that white car. Those officers have their weapons drawn. We don't see the driver coming out just yet, but we do obviously see some of the other officers on the other side of the car preparing for obviously a worst case scenario. And again, there are at least a half a dozen officers surrounding that vehicle. That vehicle is pinned up against that barricade, pinned up by two undercover vehicles right there. You can see what looks like to be an undercover cop kind of sandwiched in between his vehicle and that white car. And again, we are on a delay. I just want to give our viewers a heads up here. Traffic obviously coming to a standstill. This is again on I-10 approaching Litchfield. All traffic has stopped on the freeway. Looks to be like a bit of a commotion right there. It's hard to tell from this vantage point, obviously with Sky 12, but there are just a number of police officers perhaps trying to get this driver out of the vehicle as safe as possible. It's a very dangerous situation because we do not know if this driver is armed and dangerous. Again, this vehicle, one of the undercover vehicles, have moved over to the side in order, they've got the driver right there. They've pulled him out of the vehicle. They're handcuffing him right now. Obviously, it does not look like he was armed, but a number of officers, about 4 officers, have been able to detain him. He is on the ground. They have control of the situation, and it does not look as though there are other people, other passengers in that white car. So this situation, thank goodness, seems to be over. It doesn't appear to be as though anyone got hurt in this high-speed chase, although that white car almost hit several cars on I-10 during this whole pursuit. So obviously you can see right there, police officers have that man in custody. They have that driver in custody. They're bringing him around to one of their police units right there. And it should be interesting to see what this man was wanted for. You also have a K9 unit. And again, traffic at a standstill. It has completely stopped to bring a peaceful and safe end to this high-speed chase. That suspect has been put into that police vehicle right there. And hopefully, when this all wraps up, hopefully within the next couple of minutes, that traffic will resume. I don't know if Sky 12 can zoom out and show how far traffic is backed up. But again, this is happening in the West Valley. Traffic going eastbound towards Litchfield Park on I-10 coming to a standstill because this high-speed chase has fortunately come to an end. You can still see some officers there looking through his vehicle, but again, it doesn't seem as though there are any other people inside. They're probably just looking to find more, if any, evidence or what have you. And I'm wondering if that car came to a stop just because, frankly, it just ran out of gas. Because this has been going on for now. We're coming up on an hour or so. One of the officers waving to the other officer to move. Okay, they're checking the trunk. They're trying to see if there's anything inside. We don't know exactly what this suspect is wanted for. It looks like they just tossed out a bunch of clothing. Again, all we know is that this vehicle could have been stolen out of California. That's all the information that we have right now. But number of officers still just going through that vehicle, trying to see if they can get any more information or any evidence that they may need. All right, so again, the good news in this high-speed chase is that it has fortunately come to somewhat of a brief end here, and nobody seemed to be hurt. There were no accidents involved right before rush hour on a Friday afternoon. Of course, we'll have more on this chase coming up in about 2 hours on First at 4. Thanks so much for watching 12 News. Now back to our regular programming. Because it's going so fast, and obviously it does not mind going into the next lane, on the right, or excuse me, the left of the HOV lane. But as you can see right now, it is going very fast. We're trying to get some details as far as who this driver may be, if it was stolen, exactly why this driver is trying to flee from police and taking part in this high-speed chase right here. But again, we don't have a whole lot of information other than that we've just been following this car chase for perhaps the past 20 minutes or so. And it does not seem to be stopping anytime soon. It does seem as though perhaps police are tracking this vehicle as well, but it has just been going from lane to lane, no signals, just kind of flying by. Obviously, the trucks here and a lot of other vehicles. But again, we're just working on getting more details about this. And again, it just keeps switching to the slow lane. It has not exited at all that we have seen and gone back on the freeway. It seems to just be staying on the I-10. We just got word that they are near Litchfield now, Litchfield Road on I-10 heading east. So, whoa, oh my goodness, and you can see right there how close that car was to merging into the fast lane, almost hitting that truck on the way. And we have seen a couple of close calls. In fact, earlier, just about 10 minutes ago, we saw this car merge from the fast lane into the HOV lane, almost hitting another car. That did not happen, luckily, but, you know, it is right before rush hour. It's on a Friday afternoon. It almost seems as though it is slowing down, going into the emergency side lane right there, almost coming to a stop. Okay, we're waiting to see what's going to happen next. This is so incredibly dangerous.